Hey guys, so today's video is going to be a simple, quick kind of video. Well, quick, I don't know. We are going to be discussing the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Highlighting Powders. They came out with 4 new shades and those are the ones we will be talking about today. Well, I'm going to discuss all 6 colors because they do have 6 in total, but they just launched 4 new shades and I thought that it needed a video. I thought that these products just needed its own video because I'm just so excited about these that I want to talk about them today. So that's what we're doing. I'm gonna be swatching them on my arm for you guys. I'm gonna show you the colors. We're gonna talk about them, the formula. So if you guys didn't already know, Wet n Wild had originally released 2 shades in their Mega Glow Highlighting Powder range. And I think it was sometime last year. I don't exactly remember when these came out, but they released Precious Petals, which is this really pretty like peachy gold. And then they also released Crown of My Canopy, which is more of like a copper shade. This is a beautiful highlighting powder for deeper skin tones. And I remember everyone went crazy over these. They were nowhere to be found. I was getting tweets upon tweets of people looking for them like in all different types of Walgreens. They were a hot topic there for a while, and I guess Wet n Wild noticed that, so they released 4 more colors. The only thing I will say is that I don't love the 4 colors they just came out with. I do like 2 of them a lot, but these other 2 are more colorful, and obviously I'm just one person. Doesn't really matter what I think. I know colorful highlights like this are very in right now. Everyone's wearing these like unicorn highlights, but for me, they're not my favorite. But I mean, it is nice that they released colorful, you know, a colorful selection. These highlights are extremely affordable. They retail for $4.99, and you can get the new ones that just came out on the Wet n Wild website or on Ulta.com, I believe. I don't know if right now it's only online. I'm not exactly sure. These highlights were sent to me, but this video is not sponsored. They didn't ask me to make this video. I'm just giving you like my true thoughts on these highlights, and I felt like it needed a video. I don't know. Okay, so let's discuss each color at a time because I do feel like a couple of these have a different formula. I don't know if I'm crazy, but I feel that way. So let's talk about it. I'm not gonna go on about these because I've already mentioned these in the past. They have been out for a long time, and this video is mainly about the new colors that came out, but I love the formula on both of these. I like these highlights a lot. These 2 are very soft powders and they're very reflective. They almost feel creamy when you put your hand in them. I will say Precious Petals is a little creamier than Crown of My Canopy. This one for some reason is definitely powderier, and you can see that when you're like swatching them or like feeling them. But when you apply it to the skin, it does look really nice. It's way too dark for me, so I don't really use it, but I have a friend who uses this all the time and loves this color. But Precious Petals looks so nice when I have a tan. It's still too dark for me when I have my natural skin color, but when I have a tan, this looks so pretty on the cheeks. Very reflective. Like, you would never think that this is $4.99. I love Precious Petals. Alright, now for the new shades. I am so excited about these. I love Wet n Wild so much. It's one of my favorite drugstore brands, and I love how inexpensive they are. So when they come out with like cool stuff like this, I get really excited. Like I said, they did release 4 shades, and these are the 4 colors right here. The only thing I will say is I wish they would have released a highlight for very, very fair skin, like extremely fair skin, because even though this one in Blossom Glow is very light, it does have kind of like a pink undertone, and I'm not sure how much that's gonna show on the cheek when I apply it. I don't know if this is light enough for extremely fair skin. So anyway, let's get into swatching these colors. I'm actually gonna be applying these 2 colors on my face so you can see me swatching them like live on the skin. And then these 2 I'll just swatch on my arm because I only have 2 cheekbones. What do you want me to do? Before I do that, let's just go into arm swatches of all 6 colors. Roll clip. Okay, so the first one I'm going to be trying out on my face is Blossom Glow. This one is that really pretty light pinky ivory shade. This one really impressed me when I swatched it for the first time because it didn't feel powdery like some of these do. It felt very creamy and very reflective, like very metallic. I'm going to take my favorite highlighting brush. This is the Zoeva 134. This doesn't have kick up when you put your brush in. Like, not a lot of powder flies off. This one is really intense, really reflective. You can kind of see it when I look straight. Like, you can kind of see the pinky ashy undertone, which is why I think they should come out with a light color that's a little bit more champagne, and I feel like that would be a little bit more wearable. But if you're into these pinky highlights, which I totally am, that is like glowy. It's not very natural, I will say that. If you're looking for a natural highlight, this is not the one. But if you're into a heavy glow, then this is definitely the one for you. Okay, and on this side, we are gonna be trying out this really pretty gold shade. You can see the difference between this one and Precious Petals. This one is like a gold, like it's gold. And this one is called Golden Flower Crown. This one does have some kick up when you put your brush in, and this one is one of those that felt a little bit powdery when I was swatching it. I do like the gold. I think it is really pretty. I thought it wasn't gonna be really highlighting because it did have a softer, more powdery consistency. But, I mean, even though it's not as reflective as this one, like this one's very metallic, you still see it. I still think it's very highlighting. You can see it sitting on my skin though. It does look a little bit powdery on the skin. And honestly, with just a little bit of setting spray, that fixes the problem. Actually, let's do that. I'm gonna apply some setting spray. I'm gonna take the Morphe Prep and Set Makeup Setting Spray, drench my face in it, obviously. Okay, so that really helped. I love applying setting spray on top of my highlight because it just makes it look so much more natural. And it even made this side look a lot prettier. Like in person, it looks even more natural, but it still kept its reflectiveness. This one, because it had more of a powdery formula, adding the setting spray kind of dulled it a little bit. It toned it down just a tad. So I am gonna apply a little more, but it did take away the powdery look, which is really nice. And just applying a little bit more on top will probably just make it pop right there. Now it's like, whoa, glowy. Oh my gosh. I really like this one. I like it a lot more now that I applied setting spray and just applied a little bit more on top. It looks a little bit more natural and it doesn't look like it's like sitting on the skin like it was before. So yes, I like both of these. You could totally make it look really intense or really natural depending on how you apply it and what you do. Those two get a thumbs up for me. You have to work with them just a little bit, but they're $5 and I think it's so worth it. It doesn't break the bank and you still get like a beautiful JLo glow. I don't know why a couple of these have a different texture than others, but you know what? I don't mind it at all. Okay, and then the last two shades look like this. You already saw these swatched, but I did want to mention them really quickly and tell you my thoughts. This one in Botanic Dream has a really great formula. The same kind of feeling as Precious Petals and Blossom Glow. It almost feels wet and it's very, very metallic. And then this one I don't really like at all, actually, I have to be honest. This one is called Royal Calyx. And it is a really pretty purple color, but it does have a bit of glitter in it. It has kind of like a chunkiness to it, so it doesn't really swatch as creamy and as smooth as all these other highlights do. I don't know, it just feels a little thick and chunky. I know that sounds weird. If you're into purples like this though, if you like that purpley highlight on the skin, you might really like this. Definitely check it out anyway if you're into these colors. But the rest, I adore these, especially for the price. You cannot go wrong with these. Actually, you know what? What if I tried to dust away the highlight I already have? Let's see, let's try to take this off. Oh yeah, it kind of came off. This one is on a little bit stronger because we did apply it on top of the setting spray, so I kind of made like a sandwich. So it's a little bit more long wearing when you do that. Okay, so I'm gonna take Botanic Dream. This is obviously gonna be too dark for me, but oh, that's beautiful. Oh my gooch. It's obviously a colorful highlight, but it's so, look at that, look at that. I really like this one. Okay, now let's try this one even though I already told you guys it's not my favorite. Actually, applied to the skin, it's not so bad. It's not so bad. I see the glitter though. I see the glitter. You know what? I don't like it. I don't like it. I just like see it there, just like laying on my skin. And then you see the little glitters. It just... By the way, I just filmed this little clip portion right after I finished filming this video because I was like, wait a minute, I could just apply it on top of my skin, on top of the other highlights. Why not? Just to try it out. By the way, look how dark that looks on me. See, like it looks pretty like in the light, but then when you look ahead. Anyway, so now I'm gonna go back in time. I'm gonna go back in time now to the Kathleen who didn't know she was about to film this part right now. So yeah, that was my review on these highlights. I hope this video helped you out in some way. Maybe you were interested in these new shades and you wanted to see swatches and a review of some sort. I hope this video helped you, I don't know. But that completes this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next video. Bye. I'm gonna be swatching them. Oh my gosh, I forgot to turn the light on. Like I was saying.